Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready to dive into some seriously cool AI stuff today? We're talking about generative AI libraries.
Generative AI libraries, yeah. It's like, imagine having a toolbox.
Oh, toolbox. Okay.
Yeah, but instead of hammers and wrenches,
Right.
it's packed with algorithms and code that can create things.
Create things like what kind of things?
Like, well, images, music, text.
Whoa, hold on. AI that can compose music. That's wild.
It is pretty wild.
Yeah.
And today we're going to unpack how these libraries work, what they can do, and why you should be excited about them.
All right, I'm definitely intrigued. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is a generative AI library? I mean, I get the library part.
Right, like a library full of books, but with code.
Yeah, exactly. But what makes it generative?
Good question. Generative means these libraries are all about creating new content.
Hmm?
They take what they've learned from existing data, like tons of images or text, and then they use that knowledge to generate something totally new.
So it's not just copying or rearranging existing stuff.
No, it's about actually creating something original, something that didn't exist before.
Wow, okay, now my mind is officially blown. So why should our listeners care about these libraries? What's in it for them?
Oh, there's so much. For one, these libraries can make you way more efficient and creative. Think about it. What if you could generate a catchy headline for your blog post in seconds?
Ooh, yeah, that would be a lifesaver.
Right? Or design a logo, or even create a piece of music for your latest video project.
Okay, now you're talking my language. But I have to admit, this all sounds pretty complex. Are these libraries only for hardcore AI experts?
Not at all. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of it. Many of these libraries are designed to be user-friendly, even if you're not a coding whiz.
Okay, that's good to know. So where do we even begin? What are some of the key players in the generative AI library world?
Well, there are a bunch of them, but our source material dives into some of the most popular and powerful ones, like TensorFlow, Generative Adversarial Networks, or TF-GAN for short.
TF-GAN, all right. That
Yeah.
sounds a little intimidating.
I know, right? But it's really not that scary once you break it down.
Okay, good. Break it down for us.
So TF-GAN is all about building and training these things called GANs, which stands for Generative Adversarial Networks. And GANs are kind of like, imagine two AI networks having a creative battle.
A battle. Okay, this is getting interesting.
Right. So you have one network called the generator that tries to create something new, like a realistic image.
Okay, so the generator is the artist.
Exactly. Then you have the other network, the discriminator, which is like the critic.
So the discriminator is judging the generator's work.
Yeah. The discriminator tries to figure out if the image is real or if it was created by the generator.
So it's like a constant game of one-upmanship.
Exactly. The generator is trying to fool the discriminator, and the discriminator is trying to catch the generator out.
And through this competition, they both get better.
Yes. The generator gets better at creating realistic images, and the discriminator gets better at spotting fakes.
Wow, that's pretty ingenious. So what kind of things can you actually create with TF-GAN?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. One of the coolest examples is generating realistic faces. I mean, like, faces that are so lifelike, it's hard to tell they're not real photos.
Whoa, that's kind of creepy, but also super impressive.
Right. It's like, where does the line between human and machine creation even begin to blur?
I know, it's mind-blowing. So are there any real-world uses for this kind of technology beyond just creating fake faces?
Absolutely. Think about video games.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
You could create incredibly realistic characters and environments, making the games way more immersive. Or even in fields like architecture and design.
Oh, so you could use TF-GAN to generate 3D models of buildings or product prototypes?
Exactly. The possibilities are pretty endless.
Okay, color me impressed. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little less visual text generation. I'm curious to know how these libraries can help us write more creatively and effectively.
Text generation is huge. And one of the most exciting developments in this area is the use of transformers.
Transformers, like the robots in disguise.
Uh-huh. Not quite those kind of transformers. These are powerful AI models that have totally revolutionized how we process and generate language.
Okay, so they're like the superheroes of language.
You could say that. They're amazing at understanding context, grammar, and even style. And the cool thing is, you don't have to start from scratch with these models.
Wait, you're saying there are pre-trained models out there that we can use?
Exactly. Platforms like Hugging Face Hub offer this huge collection of pre-trained transformer models.
Whoa, like a library within a library.
Kind of. And each model specializes in different types of text. You could use one trained on medical texts to summarize research papers.
Okay, so no more spending hours trying to decipher dense medical jargon.
Right. Or use one trained on legal documents to help you draft contracts.
So you're saying I could potentially have an AI lawyer. That's amazing.
Well, not quite a lawyer, but definitely a powerful tool that can help you understand and work with complex language.
That's incredible. But what if you need a model that's more tailored to your specific writing style? Like, say, for my blog, or even a script for this podcast?
That's where fine-tuning comes in.
Fine-tuning. Okay, what's that all about?
It's basically taking a pre-trained model and then training it further on your own writing samples.
Ah, so it learns your voice and style.
Exactly. So the generated text sounds more like you.
So you're telling me I could train an AI to write just like me?
Pretty much. It's both fascinating and a bit freaky.
Ooh, yeah. It's like having a digital clone of your writing style. What are the ethical implications of that?
That's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
But let's focus on the positive for now.
Okay, good point. There's so much to unpack here.
Right. Like imagine using this tech for personalized marketing copy or helping people who struggle with writing to express themselves.
Wow, the possibilities are truly endless. But we also have to be mindful of the potential downsides, right?
Absolutely. But for now, let's keep exploring the creative side of things. Our source material mentions something called prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering, okay. That sounds technical.
It's actually more about creativity than you might think. It's all about crafting the right instructions or prompts to guide the AI's output.
So you're basically telling the AI what you want it to create.
Yes. And the more specific and detailed your prompt, the better the results. It's like giving the AI a clear roadmap.
So it's not just about the AI randomly generating text. We actually have a lot of control over the process.
Exactly. That's what makes prompt engineering so powerful. But keep in mind, deploying these models at scale, like for a huge company or something, that can get pretty tricky. Requires a lot of computing power and careful planning.
Right. It's important to remember the technical side of things. But let's not get bogged down in the technical details just yet. I want to see what these libraries can do visually. Our source material mentions something about generative art with GANs. Tell me more.
Oh yeah, this is where things get really visually stunning. We talked about how GANs can create realistic faces, right?
Yeah, the creepy but cool faces.
Right. Well, it turns out they're also incredible at creating all sorts of art.
Wait, hold on. AI can paint now.
You could say that. We're talking abstract art, landscapes, even portraits that mimic the styles of famous painters.
No way. Is there a specific type of GAN that does this?
There's one called Style-GAN that lets you control the artistic style of the generated images. It's like having a set of knobs and dials that you can tweak to change the look and feel of the artwork.
So you can tell it like, I want something in the style of Picasso, and it will generate that.
Pretty much. You can adjust the level of detail, the color palette, the composition. It's wild.
This is blurring the lines between human and machine creativity in a big way. It's kind of exciting and scary at the same time.
I know, right? It really makes you think about what it means to be creative. But there's more. Have you heard of perceptual loss?
Perceptual loss. No, what's that?
It's a technique where the GAN learns to see like a specific artist. So it can generate images that capture the essence of that artist's style.
So it's not just copying the style, it's understanding the underlying principles.
Exactly. It's like teaching the AI to appreciate the nuances of brush strokes and color palettes.
That's incredible. It sounds like these tools are going to revolutionize the art world. But let's not forget that technology is always evolving. What's next on the horizon for generative art and GANs?
One of the hottest areas of research right now is using high-resolution data sets to train these models.
So basically feeding them even more data.
Yep. And by using massive data sets of high-quality images, researchers are pushing the boundaries of realism.
So we're talking AI-generated art that's basically indistinguishable from something created by a human.
It's getting pretty close. It's both exciting and a bit intimidating. But ultimately, I think it's about collaboration and exploration.
Collaboration between humans and AI.
Exactly. Imagine artists using these tools to enhance their creative process, to experiment with new styles, and push the boundaries of what's possible in art.
That's a really cool way to think about it. But let's not neglect our other senses. Our source material also talks about real-time audio synthesis, which sounds equally fascinating.
Oh yeah, audio generation is taking off.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest breakthroughs has been WaveNet.
WaveNet, okay. What's that all about?
It's a model that can generate super realistic speech, music, even sound effects.
Yeah.
Think of the possibilities.
So like AI-generated podcasts and songs.
Exactly. But it's not just about replicating existing sounds. WaveNet can also be used to create totally new sounds.
Whoa, like sounds that have never been heard before.
Yep. It's mind-blowing. And this opens up a whole world of possibilities for musicians and sound designers.
Okay, that's seriously cool, but I have a feeling generating realistic audio is one thing. Doing it in real time, like for a live performance or something, is a whole other challenge, right?
Real time is definitely a challenge because it requires a ton of processing power. But there have been some awesome advancements.
Like what?
Well, there's parallel WaveNet.
Parallel WaveNet, okay. What's so special about that?
It's a faster and more efficient version of WaveNet that can handle real-time generation.
So we're talking about applications like live performances, video games, even real-time voice translation.
You got it. Parallel WaveNet is opening up a world of possibilities for interactive and dynamic experiences.
This is incredible. It seems like we're on the cusp of a sonic revolution. But I have a feeling there's even more to explore in the realm of generative audio. What other libraries are out there that our listeners should know about?
Another fascinating one is GAN synth.
GAN synth, wait, is that related to GANs?
You bet. It uses GANs to create entirely new sounds, even hybrid sounds.
Hybrid sounds. Okay, now you've really piqued my curiosity.
Imagine blending the sound of a guitar with a violin to create an instrument that's never been heard before.
Wow, that's so innovative. I can see this being huge for experimental music and sound design.
It definitely is. And as the tech develops, we'll see even more creative applications.
This is all so fascinating, but I have a feeling we've only just begun to explore the potential of generative audio.
Oh yeah, we're just scratching the surface. Researchers are constantly pushing the boundaries, and who knows what incredible sonic landscapes we'll be able to create in the future.
Okay, I'm ready to dive even deeper into this world of generative audio. But for now, let's shift gears and talk about another powerful generative AI library, PyTorch Lightning. What makes this one stand out?
PyTorch Lightning is all about user-friendliness. It's got this thing called a model zoo, which is basically a collection of pre-trained models ready to use.
It's like a buffet of AI models. I like it.
Yeah, you don't have to be a coding expert to use it.
Music to my ears. So give me some examples. What can I do with this magical model zoo?
Well, it has pre-trained models for all sorts of things: text generation, image editing, even those conditional GANs we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, the ones that can generate specific types of images. Like, could I use it to create a picture of a, I don't know, golden retriever puppy wearing a hat?
You totally could. Just type in golden retriever puppy with a hat, and boom, there's your image.
That's amazing. It's like having a personal AI artist on demand.
Right. And PyTorch Lightning is constantly evolving. One of the coolest additions is diffusion models.
Diffusion models. Okay, I haven't heard of those.
They're a newer way of generating images. Imagine starting with a completely random image, just pure noise.
Okay, I'm picturing static on a TV screen.
Yeah, kind of like that. Then a diffusion model gradually removes the noise step by step until it reveals a clear image.
So it's like cleaning up a messy picture.
Exactly. And the results are incredible. Diffusion models are creating some of the most realistic and detailed AI-generated images we've ever seen.
That's fascinating. How do they compare to GANs?
Well, GANs work by having two networks compete against each other, remember? The generator and the discriminator.
Right, the creative battle we were talking about earlier?
Yeah. Diffusion models are different. They work by gradually refining an image from noise.
So it's a more gradual process, less about competition.
Exactly. And it turns out diffusion models have some advantages over GANs. They're often more stable and easier to train, and they can produce really high-quality images.
So it sounds like diffusion models are really pushing the boundaries of AI image generation.
They definitely are. One of the most popular ones is called stable diffusion. It can create photorealistic images, as well as stylized images that mimic different artistic styles.
So with stable diffusion, I could create a picture of a cat that looks like it was painted by Van Gogh.
Yep. It's a super powerful tool, and people are using it for everything from concept art to marketing materials.
This is incredible. It seems like there's no limit to what these AI models can create.
The creativity is really exploding in this field. And one of the coolest things is that diffusion models are now being explored for audio generation too.
Wait, so they can generate realistic sounds now too?
Researchers are working on it, and the early results are super promising.
So we could potentially have AI composing entire symphonies or generating realistic sound effects for movies.
It's definitely within the realm of possibility.
Hmm.
The future of generative audio is looking pretty wild.
This has been an amazing journey so far. We've covered so much ground, from generating realistic faces to composing music, all thanks to these generative AI libraries.
And we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore in this vast and ever-evolving landscape.
I'm excited to see where we go next. But for now, let's take a break and come back refreshed for the second part of our deep dive into the world of generative AI. All right, welcome back, everyone. So we've been talking about AI that can create images, text, music, all sorts of amazing stuff. But what happens when we combine those abilities?
That's where things get even more interesting. We call that multimodal AI. It's about models that can understand and generate content across different modalities, like vision and language.
Multimodal AI. Okay, so we're talking about AI that can not only see a picture, but also understand what's happening in it, maybe even describe it in words.
Exactly. And even more than that, imagine an AI that can understand the emotional tone of an image or predict what might happen next in a video.
Wow, that's next level stuff. Our source material mentions OpenAI's CLIP. How does that fit into this multimodal picture?
CLIP is a game changer because it can learn to associate images and text. It's like teaching an AI to see the world through both words and pictures at the same time.
So instead of just recognizing objects, it can understand the meaning behind them.
Right. And that opens up a ton of possibilities. Imagine searching for products online using sketches.
Oh, like instead of typing in keywords, I could just draw a picture of what I'm looking for.
Exactly. Or imagine generating illustrations from text descriptions. CLIP makes that kind of cross-modal interaction possible.
That's incredible. So it's not just about understanding, it's about creating as well.
Exactly. And one area where CLIP is already making a big impact is image captioning.
Image captioning, right. So AI that can describe what's happening in an image.
Yes. And it's getting incredibly sophisticated. We're not talking about just basic descriptions anymore.
Hmm.
CLIP can capture really nuanced details and even understand the context of the image.
This could be huge for accessibility, right? Making visual content accessible to people with visual impairments.
Absolutely. CLIP is a great example of how multimodal AI can be used to make the world more inclusive. And the advances in text-to-audio and audio-to-text tech are pretty amazing too.
Oh yeah, our source material mentions Google's Audio LM. What's so special about that one?
AudioLM is groundbreaking because it can generate realistic audio from text prompts and the other way around too. It's like having an AI that can be a voice actor and a transcriber at the same time.
So I could give it a text prompt like, read this script in a spooky voice,
Ah.
and it would generate the audio.
Yep. And the quality is incredible. It can even capture subtle nuances like emotion and intonation.
Wow. Think about the possibilities for podcasting, audiobooks, even personalized voice assistants.
Exactly. The applications are endless. And this technology is still in its early stages. Imagine what we'll be able to do in a few years.
This is all so mind-blowing. But now I want to switch gears a bit and talk about something that can make generative AI even more interactive reinforcement learning.
Reinforcement learning, or RL. This is where AI really starts to feel like it's learning and adapting.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Break it down for us. What is RL all about?
Imagine you're teaching a dog a new trick. You give it treats when it does something right, and maybe a little scolding when it does something wrong.
Right, positive reinforcement.
Exactly. RL is kind of like that, but for AI. We reward the AI for making good decisions and penalize it for making bad ones.
So instead of just passively learning from data, it's actively learning through trial and error.
Exactly. And this has led to some incredible breakthroughs in AI. Think about AI that can play games like chess or Go at a superhuman level.
Right, I've heard about those programs. They're amazing. But how does this apply to generative AI?
Well, RL can make generative models way more interactive. Imagine an AI storyteller that changes the narrative based on the reader's choices.
Oh, like those choose-your-own-adventure books?
Kind of, but way more sophisticated. The AI is constantly learning from the reader's feedback and adapting the story on the fly.
So it's not just a static story, it's a dynamic, evolving experience.
Exactly. This opens up so many possibilities for interactive entertainment, personalized education, you name it.
This is really cool stuff. But I have a feeling RL is being used for more than just storytelling. What else can it do?
Oh, so much more. One area where it's making huge strides is robotics. We can use RL to train robots to perform complex tasks in the real world.
Like what kind of tasks?
Think about robots that can assist with surgery, work in hazardous environments, or even help with household chores. Things that are either too dangerous or too repetitive for humans.
Wow, that's incredible. It sounds like RL is going to change the way we work and live in a big way.
It definitely has the potential to. And it's not just about physical tasks. RL is also being used to create more sophisticated recommendation systems.
Recommendation systems, like the ones that suggest movies on Netflix or products on Amazon.
Exactly. But with RL, these systems can become even more personalized and accurate. Imagine a music streaming app that learns your taste in real time and suggests songs you'll actually love.
That would be amazing. No more wading through endless playlists of stuff I don't want to hear.
Right. And the same goes for news, social media, anything where you're bombarded with information. RL can help filter out the noise and deliver content that's truly relevant to you.
Okay, I'm officially sold on RL. It sounds like it's going to make AI way more intuitive and responsive to our needs.
It definitely is. And as RL continues to advance, we can expect even more personalized and intelligent experiences across a whole range of applications.
This has been such an eye-opening discussion so far. We've covered so much ground from multimodal AI to reinforcement learning, and it's clear that generative AI is rapidly evolving and expanding into new and exciting territories.
It's a truly dynamic field, and it's hard to predict exactly what the future holds, but one thing's for sure. It's going to be an incredible ride.
I'm definitely buckling up for this ride. But before we get too carried away with future predictions, let's circle back to our discussion of generative AI libraries. Our source material also mentions a library called JAX. What makes this one stand out from the others we've discussed?
JX is a bit different. It's not specifically designed for generative AI, but it's becoming a favorite among researchers and those who are working with really complex models.
So if PyTorch Lightning is the user-friendly option, JAX is for the more hardcore AI enthusiasts.
You could say that. JAX is all about speed and efficiency. It's designed for high-performance numerical computation, which is crucial for training and running sophisticated AI models.
Okay, so it's like the engine under the hood of a really powerful car. You might not see it, but it's what makes everything go.
Exactly. JAX provides the building blocks and the horsepower for creating cutting-edge AI.
I'm curious, what makes JAX so fast and efficient? What's the secret sauce?
One of its key features is its ability to leverage functional programming principles. Basically, this means that code written in JAX is more modular and reusable, which makes it easier to optimize for performance.
Okay, so it's all about writing cleaner and more efficient code. But AI models often require some pretty heavy-duty calculations. How does JAX handle that?
JAX is a master of something called automatic differentiation. This is a technique that's essential for training AI models. It basically allows JAX to efficiently calculate gradients, which are used to optimize the model's parameters.
Okay, I'll admit, that went a little over my head. But it sounds like JAX is basically a math whiz that can crunch numbers at lightning speed.
That's a pretty good way to put it. And this makes it a really powerful tool for developing and training sophisticated AI models.
So what kind of real-world applications is JAX being used for? Give us some examples.
JAX is being used in a wide range of fields, from scientific computing and robotics to natural language processing and computer vision. Our source material highlights one particularly interesting example: generating news headlines with an autoregressive model built in JAX.
Hold on, are you saying JAX can write catchy headlines like a seasoned journalist? That's kind of scary.
It's not about replacing journalists, but rather about providing them with tools that can help them do their jobs better. JAX can learn patterns from existing headlines and generate new ones that are grammatically correct, contextually relevant, and even attention-grabbing.
So it's like having an AI assistant that can help brainstorm headlines or suggest different variations. That could be a huge time saver for content creators.
Exactly. And JAX's capabilities go beyond just headlines. It can be used for all sorts of text generation tasks, from writing poems to generating code. One of its key strengths is its ability to mimic different writing styles.
Wow, so I could potentially train a JAX model to write in the style of Shakespeare or Hemingway?
Yep. The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. But let's not forget that the world of generative AI is constantly evolving. There are always new tools and research emerging that push the boundaries even further.
Right, it's important to stay on top of things in this fast-paced field. Are there any other cutting-edge tools or research that our listeners should be aware of?
Absolutely. Our source material mentions a couple of examples, like Amazon's Bedrock and Google's Megatron Turing NLG. These are just a glimpse into the incredible innovation that's happening in this space.
Okay, give us the inside scoop. What are these projects all about, and how are they pushing the limits of what's possible with generative AI?
Amazon's Bedrock is a platform that provides access to a whole bunch of powerful AI models, including those for text generation, image generation, and even code generation. It's like a one-stop shop for developers who want to build AI-powered applications.
So it's making it easier for people to tap into the power of AI without having to be experts themselves.
Exactly. It's democratizing access to these powerful technologies. And Google's Megatron Turing NLG, that's a massive language model with trillions of parameters. It's one of the largest and most powerful language models ever created.
Trillions of parameters, my brain can barely comprehend that.
Yeah.
What can this Megatron Turing NLG actually do?
It can do a whole lot. It can generate text that's incredibly human-like, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative way. It's like having access to a super intelligent AI assistant.
That's both impressive and a little bit scary at the same time. But it's clear that these advancements are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible with AI.
And it's only going to get more amazing from here. The pace of innovation in AI is incredible. It's an exciting time to be following this field.
It definitely is. But with all this rapid progress, it can be hard to keep up. Any advice for our listeners on how to stay informed and engaged with the world of generative AI?
There are tons of great resources available online. Research papers, blog posts, online courses. Following industry leaders and researchers on social media is another great way to stay up to date. And of course, keep listening to Deep Dive.
That's a great plug. We're always trying to bring our listeners the latest and greatest in the world of AI.
Exactly. But beyond just staying informed, the most important thing is to stay curious and to be willing to experiment. Dive into these technologies, try out the tools, and see what you can create.
That's awesome advice. It's all about embracing the learning process and being open to new possibilities.
Exactly. The world of generative AI is vast and full of potential. Let's explore it together.
I love that. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've talked about everything from generating realistic images and composing music to training robots and personalizing recommendations. It's clear that generative AI is already having a profound impact on our world, and it's only going to become more influential in the years to come.
It's definitely a game changer. And as these technologies continue to evolve, it's crucial that we have open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and challenges they present.
Absolutely. So, as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought-provoking question. With AI becoming so adept at generating realistic and creative content, how will we distinguish between what's real and what's created by a machine? What new possibilities and challenges does this blurring of lines present?
That's a question that will continue to challenge us as generative AI evolves.
Right.
It's something we need to think critically about, and it's a discussion that needs to involve everyone, not just AI experts.
Right. This isn't just a technical issue, it's a societal one. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI and ensuring that it's used ethically and responsibly.
Exactly. And I believe that by having these conversations, by engaging with these technologies thoughtfully, and by working together, we can create a future where AI enhances our lives and empowers us to achieve incredible things.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of generative AI libraries. It's been an incredible journey, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this amazing field.
Me too. And to our listeners, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep creating. The possibilities are truly endless.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Until next time, keep those AI-powered imaginations running wild. And we're back, ready to wrap up our exploration of this amazing world of generative AI.
It's been quite the journey, right?
Yeah.
From those super realistic faces to AI that can compose music, it's incredible how fast this field is moving.
I know. It makes you wonder, where does it all go from here? What's the big picture impact of all this?
Well, it's hard to predict the future exactly, but I really think generative AI has the potential to revolutionize so many aspects of our lives.
Okay, like how? Give us some examples.
The way we work, for one. Imagine AI helping us automate tasks, analyze data, even come up with creative solutions.
Right. And what about education? Could AI personalize learning experiences, making it more engaging and effective for everyone?
Absolutely. And think about how we could transform healthcare. AI could help with diagnosis, drug discovery, even personalized treatment plans.
Wow, the possibilities are really endless. But I'm sure some people are also feeling a little anxious about all this. Is AI going to take over the world?
That's a common fear, but I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us how we use it.
So it's not about replacing humans, it's about empowering them.
Exactly. We can use AI to augment our own abilities, to do things we could never do before. It's all about finding the right balance, the right collaboration.
Collaboration, I like that. So for our listeners who are feeling a little overwhelmed by all this, what advice would you give them? How can they prepare for a future where AI plays such a big role?
The best thing you can do is stay curious. Learn about these technologies, experiment with the tools. There are so many resources available online. And don't be afraid to ask questions, to challenge assumptions. The more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to shape its future.
That's great advice. Knowledge is power, right? And speaking of knowledge, we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive. We've explored so many different generative AI libraries, each with its own unique capabilities.
It's been an amazing journey, hasn't it? From the user-friendly PyTorch Lightning to the super-powered JAX. And we've seen how these tools can be used for such a wide range of tasks, generating realistic images and videos, composing music, even writing different kinds of creative text formats. It's truly mind-blowing.
I know. And as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. With AI becoming so good at creating realistic and creative content, how do we know what's real anymore? How do we navigate this blurring of lines between human and machine creation?
That's a profound question, and there's no easy answer. It's something we need to keep thinking about, keep discussing as AI continues to evolve. We need to develop critical thinking skills, media literacy skills, and a strong ethical framework for how we use and interact with AI.
That's a great point. This isn't just a technical challenge, it's a societal one. It's up to all of us to shape the future of AI in a way that benefits humanity. And one of the best ways to do that is to stay informed, stay engaged, and keep those conversations going.
Absolutely. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future that we're creating together. And I, for one, am incredibly excited to see what we can achieve.
Me too. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. A huge thank you to our expert for guiding us through this fascinating world.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We hope you learned something new and that you're feeling inspired to explore the world of generative AI even further. Until next time, keep those AI-powered imaginations running wild